Hey guys, it's Damon. So I did my Firebox Freestyle unboxing video and thought that I would try to like maybe play around with it a little bit and figure out how to put together all the different configurations and as I started to do that I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm going to document this because obviously I'd like to practice it a little bit and then not look silly, trying to figure it out, but this is how it is coming out of the box. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to document it. I've seen the videos and I've watched it done on video, but I think I'm probably going to sit here with the manual and actually try to like pull the pins and put the panels together as suggested in this thing. So this is just kind of going to be raw, just like raw practice. So probably going to look pretty silly, but this is how it is coming out of the package. So I'm going to tilt the camera down and see what we can figure out. So I think the first thing I want to do is just look at this thing in the 3-panel configuration. And if I remember correctly, let's see, I think you're supposed to take out the number 1 panel. Let's see. All right, there's the number 1 panel. So I'm going to pull the pin out here and pull the pin out here. And okay, there's my number 1 panel. Gone. And yep, looks like, no, that does not work. Am I doing that wrong? Seems like it's supposed to. But no, that doesn't work. All right, did that wrong, spoke too soon. Looks like it would fit though. Those line up like they're supposed to. Let's see, what does it say? Let's see, remove panel 3. That's the mistake I made. Okay, so this is 1 and 2 connected back together again. Let's see, let me get panel 4 reattached to panel 1. Okay, let's pull these two and get panel 3 out of the way. Boom, there we go. That's how it works. Okay. All right. Easiest one, I'm sure, out of all of them. This is the triangle torch, I think. And so, of course, unless you're gonna, you guys have probably seen as many videos on it as I have. Unless you're gonna drop in like your alcohol burner or some type of stove in there, this is really designed to be used in like the Swedish torch configuration, where you stand your fuel upright. It's standing vertically in here and burns like a Swedish torch. From what I understand, in watching the videos, this is also really great at higher elevations where maybe oxygen is a little depleted. I'm not doing any mountain climbing. I don't know that I'm ever going to need this configuration, but it is nice to practice it, and you never know. I mean, I might put an alcohol burner in there at some point and use it that way. All right, so let me put this back together again before I move on to the next trial. Let's see. Get 3 and 4 connected together. I think it's going to take a little practice. I do want to oil these a little bit. I did notice in one of the videos it was suggested that you oil these lightly. It helps them slide in and out smoothly. Okay, so that's back together again. So we did the triangle. Let me see what we got here. Bushcraft 6. Let's try that one. So, all right, I got two stoves. So you're supposed to start by folding both number 3 against both number 4, and then number 3 against number 2. No. Remove and set aside panel 1 from both stoves. Okay, so I'm going to pull these top pins off of this one and take off panel 1. This is panel 1, so I'll pull these 2 top pins. Okay, and then I think I'm supposed to sandwich these guys together. So far so good, it looks right. And insert the pins. This is so cool. This is so cool. You gotta love such a great design. The ingenuity that goes into this. All right, I think that's supposed to now be the 6-panel stove. That feels like a magic trick. Okay, cool. Yeah, so there's the Bushcraft 6. In which case, let's see, we would end up putting this fire grate in the bottom with the fire sticks. Let's get a couple of fire sticks here. Put one right there, maybe. And I'm going to put one right here, maybe. There it goes. All right, and then we drop this guy in. The Bushcraft 6. Okay, not too difficult. You know, I'm sure if you do it a few times, you know, it becomes a little more natural to you. Now, there is also the Fire Pit 6, where it is a hexagon like this. Let's see if these sticks will work. Will it reach? Will it reach? Just barely. It just barely reached like that. So maybe I'll have to use the longer fire sticks in the bottom here instead of on the top. Or I think maybe I think I remember seeing it done where they went across the corners here. No, maybe not. Maybe that was the 8. But I'm going straight across on the second hole on each side here. Let's see if I can turn it up so you can see it. So that's kind of the configuration that I'm trying. And I need the grate. Let's pick it up here. Boom. Yeah, this is not as difficult as I thought it would be. I mean, you know, sure it looks simple, but somehow I just knew that I'd start trying to put this thing together and look like a real dummy. Okay, so in order to, let's see, before I move on, I'm going to, let's see, how did these go back to it? It wasn't like that. I'm going to try to put it back in its original configuration. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. So, I'm supposed to pull these top pins. Is that right? I think this is right. Do they come apart? Not like that. Nope, this isn't right. Okay, so this does take practice. I'm going to have to work with this a little bit. And it might be you guys are sitting there saying, hey dummy, just reverse what you did. And yeah, that does sound pretty simple, actually. But how did we do this? I'll tell you what, I'm going to cheat it a little bit. That's 2, 3, 4. So I know I need a number 1 panel right here. So I know this will work. 1 panel, if I can match them up. So this is going to take practice. It's not as easy as it looks, perhaps. Okay. And then I'm going to put another 1 panel right here. Is that right? I think that's right. Okay. So, I'm sure you guys could probably do this a lot more smoothly than I. We all know that we've seen Steve do it much more smoothly. But I'm going to have some practice. So this is real world for me, just opening it right out of the box. All right, so now I've got the 8 panel together. And in this configuration, you have the option of doing the, did I do that right? That doesn't feel right. Nope, I got 2 number 1s together. I didn't do it right. Imagine that. But anyway, you've got the option of doing the, what they call the Bushcraft 8 this way, or the Fire Pit 8 that way. But I did get these things wrong. I've got 2 number 1 panels joined together, and that's not right. That's not how this is supposed to go. So this was supposed to go over there. Let's see if I can figure this out. So exciting, right? But you know what, guys? This this is reality. This is trying to put these things together and figure out the process. I think it's just going to take practice. It'll take practice. Maybe I'm just a big dummy. I don't know. But real world, working with it right out of the box. This is my experience. So, all right, I think that's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I think now they're lined up like they're supposed to be. Yes, like that. Bushcraft 8, and that would be the fire pit 8, which I do. I'm going to use these long fire sticks and see how it reaches across this thing, because I want to see it in action. So I'm going to go, let's try this one maybe. Sure, I have to figure out exactly where these are supposed to fit. I do kind of like the long fire sticks, so I think that'll work. And then we drop this fella in here. Okay, and we've got the fire pit 8. Using the long fire sticks on the bottom is going to keep me from maybe having them available up top. Maybe I'd rather have them up top. I guess it depends on what you're going to be using it for. Put the pan up here. So this is panel number 2, 3, number 1. So to drop them apart again, I'm gonna pull these pins, slap it back together. You know, and I feel like I'm really butchering the process here, but you know, this is me figuring it out. And you know, maybe, I don't know if anybody else has done this or not and fumbled with it the way I did, but you know, maybe now you know that it's just gonna take a little practice. Anyway, that's my playing around with it, and luckily they do have the instructions in the package with the Freestyle stove, and so that's pretty much it. Those are the configurations, and that's what I did. Obviously, when you're using them, you put them on the case, use as an ashtray. Didn't do any of that. This is just me playing around and figuring it out. So if this helps anybody, then super fantastic. And anyway, I think that's it. And really look forward to going ahead and getting my first fires in this thing. And hopefully we'll be able to do that real soon.